Good morning, students. I hope you are all fine and safe with your family members. Let's begin this academic year with the blessings of Almighty. Now, let me start our class with the topic Forms of Government and Democracy. Students, we are going to learn from this lesson, that is, how many types of forms of government have developed among the world level, and today many of the countries among the world level they are following the different types of government, but as per this modern world they prefers only this democracy. Right now we are going to see the forms of government. Under this forms of government, that is the governance of the nation, they differs significantly based on who has the power. So according to that only this forms of government used to take place. So there are different types of government, that is the aristocracy, monarchy, autocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, democracy and republic. First we are going to see regarding the aristocracy. This aristocracy is a form of government which the power is in the hands of a small privileged ruling class. That is the nobility power. The nobles used to rule over these places, these countries. For example, United Kingdom and Spain. Where this United Kingdom is situated, that is in the European country, that is Britain. Next to Spain, that is also, it is in the European continent. Next, we are going to see the monarchy. This monarchy form of government, this type of government, you are able to find out a person who reigns the supreme, that is who rules over the supreme. Supreme means that is a ruling power, that it may be a king or a queen. The king or a queen used to rule over the country or rule over their kingdom. That is, it's like a hereditary power. That is, after the king, his son used to rule over, that is a prince. After that king, his son. So likewise, it comes under the hereditary rule. For example, which other country belongs under this monarchy rule means, that is the Bhutan, Oman and Qatar. Bhutan, you know, that is one of our neighboring country, and Oman is one of the Gulf country, and the same way Qatar also, it's one of the Arabian countries, that is the Gulf countries. Next to the autocracy. Autocracy, you are able to find out, it is a system of government by one person with the absolute power. A person who rule over this country with the absolute power, that is a strong power. For example, which are the countries comes under this means North Korea and Saudi Arabia. North Korea, you know, it is situated in the Asian continent, and Saudi Arabia, that is in the Arabian countries. Next is the oligarchy. Oligarchy means that is a small group of people, they having a control over their country or the organization. That is a small group of people, they used to form a small group and they will have an entire control towards their country. For example, that is a former Soviet Union. That is right now this former Soviet Union, that is a Russian country. It is a former, that is before country, that is in their ancient level. And next is that China, Venezuela and North Korea. This China, Venezuela, North Korea, everything belongs to this Asian continent. Next is we are going to see the theocracy. Theocracy, that is this system of government, you are able to find out under this, the priest is headed by, this type of government is headed by the priest. Priest means that is religious doctrines. For example, they mentioned the Vatican City. Actually, this Vatican City where it is situated means that is in the Rome. So those days, that is a Roman Catholic, they belongs to this priest. And you know that among the world level, who is the head of this Roman Catholic, who is the head of the Christians means, that is a Pope. So Pope used to rule over that particular kingdom. That comes under this theocracy. Next, we are going to see the democracy. Democracy, you know that already in our country and all, we are following this form of government only. That is the system of government, how the people, they vote through the voting, that is through election, they used to select their elected representatives, and the party or the individual who obtains the majority votes, they form the government. This comes under this democracy. For example, India, USA and France. And next, republic. The republic means this it is a state which is supreme power. It's held by the people and the elected representatives, and they used to elect or nominate a president. Under the president only this republic used to form it out. So you know that India is a republic country. So here they are given the example as India and the Australia, they follow this republic. Next, students, you should note this. You should note about this. That is here the term republic, actually it is derived from the term republic. It is derived from the Latin word that is in 500 BCE. BCE means that is a before Common Era, that is in Rome. And it is derived from the Latin word that is the res publica. Where what is the meaning? Res publica, that is the Latin word. What is the meaning for that? Means public matter. And India became republic, that is on 26th January 1950. Actually, when our constitution is formed of, they adopted the constitution among our India. They adopted the constitution on 26th November 1949. But it didn't. But our constitution came into force on, that is on 26th January 1950. That's why this day we celebrated as a Republic Day every year. Next, we are going to see what is democracy. Democracy, it is a form of government, you know that. It allows the people to choose their rulers, that is through the election. Through election only, as per our wish, whom the person whom we elect also, how they are eligible. The eligible candidate only should be elected, not for your well-wishers or whatever it is, you are not supposed to vote it up. For the eligible person who is able to rule over the country, such a type of person only we can make them as a ruler of our country. So this comes under this democracy. Next, only the leaders who elected by the people, the elected leaders alone can rule over the country. That too, after the election, those who get the majority votes, they become as the leader. Only that type of leader can, only that particular majority party alone can rule over the country. Next, the people have the freedom to express their views, organize, or they have the freedom to protest if anything happens opposed to them or towards the country. Means the people used to protest towards that. And right now we can able to find many protesting things and all, like before and all, the Jallikattu, this problem and all is protested by the people. So likewise we have the rights among the publicly to protest among the to protest the government for the illegal matters. Next, we are going to see the meaning of democracy. Actually, this democracy is derived from, the term democracy derived from the Greek word. It is that is, the democracy is divided into two, that is the demos and kratia. It is a Greek word, demos and the kratia. Demos means people, kratia means power. Next, we are going to see the salient features of democracy. Salient features of democracy, that is the elected representatives of the people. The people through election, they are electing the representatives, no? The final decision is taken among themselves for the welfare of the country or welfare of the people, whatever it is. And next, there is a free, fair election. Free and a fair election. Next, what is the silent features is that voting right. That is the people, those who attain the age of 18, all the citizens, those who attain the age of 18, they have the rights to vote. That is, they can elect the representative. The next one is the fundamental rights. The fundamental rights and the protection of the freedom of all the people, that is of all the individual. You know that fundamental rights and the duties of a citizen already would have learned. That is regarding that one, this comes under this salient features of democracy, that is the fundamental rights and the protection of the individual freedom. Actually, you know, the democracy, that is the president or one of the president of the USA is a late president. His name is called as Abraham Lincoln. He defines the democracy as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Next, we are going to see the evolution of democracy. This evolution of under this evolution of democracy means we are going to see the history of democracy, how it what to say started. That is how it the initial stage of this democracy is began. So that we are going to see it. Actually, the democracy is began. That is it began 2,500 years ago. Even that is first which country started this means ancient Greece. Which country is that? Ancient Greece. That is the European continent. Then actually what does that means that this democratic institutions it's existed in our India during the during the Vedic period. At that moment, at that time, the Chanakya's Ardhashastra tells about that about our ancient India. That is, it is an autonomous village community that forms a basic unit of the local government. Then among the later Chola period, you are able to find out they followed this Kudavolai system. Kudavolai system is nothing but in a pot they used to put a lot, and they used to call a small a small child or a boy, a small girl or a boy, whoever it is, and then they ask them to select over that one lot, and that particular person name who's is coming off, that particular king used to rule over the kingdom. That is called as the Kudavolai system. The next is that this evolution it turns towards that is this evolution is represented, that is evolution of democracy, it is represented by the following values, that is the freedom, equality, fraternity, accountability, transparency and the trust. Freedom, then equality also, being equal, have to treat all the peoples equal among the among our India. And the fraternity means that is the brotherhood, feeling of that sisterhood and brotherhood. For example, in pledge also you are able to mention the first line, all Indians are my brothers and sisters, that comes under this fraternity. Then accountability, that is a responsibility, each and every citizen of India, we should have a responsibility that we should be very we should show a patriotism among our country. If any problem occurs among our country means we have to form the united. For example, if flood and all occurs among the any states means we are united together and we are helping towards the other peoples. Likewise, not only during the natural disaster, whatever it is, any problem occurs among our country means we have to form united, and that is our responsibility of each and every citizen. That comes under this accountability. Next is the transparency. Transparency means you should be very open. That is openly we are giving the our comments towards the government or whatever it is, that comes under this transparency. And next is the trust. Trust means that is the belief, we should be we should be trust towards our country. We are not supposed to be we are not supposed to behave opposing to our country to other countries.